In Irish folklore, country roads have huge significance, especially at this time of year when the dead are said to gather on the crossroads, which is kind of a no man's land, before visiting the homes of their loved ones. And if you stand on the crossroads late at night, you just might see them. So my favourite story that starts on an Irish country road comes from Peig Sayers, the Irish writer and shanty from County Kerry, and it is called The Devil's Son as Priest, or Ascuelga Macandil in a Saggart. So this story starts late at night. A scholar is wandering the country roads and he comes across a corpse lying on the road, and the corpse, despite being dead, is super chatty, and he convinces the scholar to carry him to his destination. So the scholar hoists the corpse onto his back and carries him along, and the two come across this tiny little farmhouse where the farmer and his wife are having a huge row. Despite it being super tense, the farmer and his wife agree to put the corpse and the scholar up for the night. So the corpse and scholar share a bed. Middle of the night, the scholar wakes up and the corpse is gone. He can hear the sound of someone getting it on from the next room, and he goes to look out the window, sees the farmer on the fields. So the corpse comes back to bed and he starts to brag that he's just got it on with the farmer's wife and now she's pregnant with his child. The corpse says that that child will grow up to be a priest and all the souls blessed by him will belong to the corpse. The scholar, understandably terrified, freaks out, runs out of the house. About 20 years later, the scholar returns to the same part of the country and he pops into a church where there is a brand new priest just about to bless his congregation for the very first time. The scholar puts two and two together, decides not to flee in terror this time. He stops the mass and pulls the priest aside to tell him how he was conceived and what will happen to everyone's souls if he blesses them. The priest is devastated. He confronts his mom and she admits to the whole affair. The priest really wants to be a priest, so he travels to Rome to chat to the Pope and see if there is anything he can do to save his soul and also keep being a priest. The Pope doesn't want to break his heart any further, so he whips a key out of his pocket and he tells the priest that he's going to hide it, and if he can find the key, it means that God has saved his soul and he can keep on being a priest. When the Pope leaves the room, he hands the key to one of his servants and he says, sail a ship to the most remote part of the ocean, and when you're there, throw this key overboard. So the young priest really wants to keep on being a priest, really wants to save his soul, so he travels the entire world looking for this key. No hope. He never finds it. Again, heartbroken, he returns home and his mom really takes pity on him, so she makes him this big, lavish fish dinner. He sits down to eat it, and when he cuts into the fish, he finds the key to his salvation hidden in its belly.